We start with our basic model, the SPM QA60, featuring a millimeter precise measuring unit, manual slitting shears, width measurement, and the QA60 cross-cutting unit, which can cut at 60 degrees in both directions. This is set manually using the corresponding scale. And the saw cut is also performed manually here. For now, we'll limit the demonstration to working on a dormer cheek. For the dormer cheek, I've now specified that we'll have a stand height of 900 with the dormer front at the front, and we'll work it out with 10 degrees on the dormer roof and 30 degrees on the main roof. We're tapering down to 0. For this, I've already moved the material to the back so that I can work at the circular saw. I'm now going to make the so-called 0 cut and also directly the first cut for the main roof at 10 degrees. For this, I set the machine to precisely 10 degrees and then carefully make the very first cut. Now I'm going to precisely zero my machine and then enter the specific length of exactly 90 centimeters. When it clicks like that, the brake is holding. Now I set my cutting table to the 30 degrees for the main roof to make the second cut. That's the first rafter. Now, of course, I need to know how long the second rafter will be. I simply measure that here. That's 82 centimeters. I carefully set my angle back to the main roof section. 10 degrees, carefully move the rafter forward by hand, gently pushing it into position. Make my cut, 10 degrees for the valley roof. Now I measure out my 82 centimeters. Set my 30 degrees and move it forward by hand again. Rafter 2. I will also have to measure this one again and then mark it at 65 centimeters. I need to set my machine back to the dormer roof, specifically at a 10-degree angle, and then I will move the material forward once again. And make another cut. Set my 30 degrees, measure out my 65 centimeters, and move it forward again. Rafter number 3 is now finished. I measure my fourth rafter and it's at 48 centimeters. I set the machine back to 10 degrees for the dormer roof, move the material forward, and cut the miter for the dormer roof. I carefully set the main roof to precisely 30 degrees. Then I accurately measure my 48 centimeters and subsequently move the material back to the cutting area once again. My last rafter will then be 31 centimeters. Again, I set the dormer roof to 10 degrees. So I move my material forward and make the cut. I set the main roof to 30 degrees again. My, 31? And make the final cut. And that's how my dormer cheek is finished.